You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
What's up, Black and White Sports fans? John Matrix here, and I am back with another video, guys, and it is so good to be back. Rhodes put up a video earlier, man. Both him and me were having massive computer problems. I actually had to go out and get another computer, which is pretty much a backup computer. But if it actually works out, I'll make it my primary computer. I have to get a new Apple MacBook because my Dell computer is having major issues, folks. I don't want to get into it because I want to focus on this video here, folks. But first, make sure you guys go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com. Sign up and become a member today on the website. We're growing day by day over there, guys. You can actually get memberships available over there, folks. Bronze and silver plan. And you get private videos over there. Didn't get one a day, man, because we had computer problems. But pretty much every day, we're putting up private content over there. And if you can't do that, just consider giving a one-time donation or shopping for the merch and use the discount code Gina Rocks. And we're going to give you 15% off your purchase, folks. Let's get into this, guys. We're going to be talking about Draymond Green and Megan Rapinoe again. But however, folks, we're going to throw another person into the mix. We're going to throw Stephen A. Smith of ESPN into the mix. Guys, Stephen A. Smith now is shilling for Megan Rapinoe and the woke female athletes out there. Stephen A. Smith put Draymond Green on blast for what he said, that women need to concentrate on trying to grow their sport instead of complaining and whining all the time. Now, Stephen A. Smith and ESPN, I guess I'm not too surprised when it comes to ESPN. They want to show how woke they are all the time, and they're pretty woke. But I didn't really see this coming from Stephen A. Smith. For him to put Draymond Green on blast for his comments, his reply really to Megan Rapinoe. So guys, let's jump over here and look at this article here, folks. And it says, Stephen A. Smith called out Draymond, ESPN, and himself for needing to do better by women's sports. Draymond Green has never been shy about speaking his mind, and he's recently put his foot in his mouth on a couple of occasions when speaking about the push for fair and equitable pay in women's sports. Green was first taken to task by Megan Rapinoe and others on Twitter. It's Twitter, who really cares? After a lengthy thread in which he showed how he's clearly missed the mark with his comments. Green later doubled down, saying women need to stop complaining, and they do need to stop complaining, and put together a plan which once again showed his ignorance on the issue, as women like Rapinoe have long presented ideas, facts, and paths forward to provide more equity to women's sports. Really? Have they? Have they really come out with a plan? What have you seen Megan Rapinoe actually do? Just pretty much get in front of a camera, play the victim, kneeling for the national anthem. Nobody wants to see that stuff, man, because she mixes politics and sports, and nobody cares about her sport. But it goes on, it says, on Thursday, Green faced criticism for those comments from a somewhat unlikely source. Stephen A. Smith became the latest to call out Green for being uninformed on the topic, but also pointed to himself, ESPN, and just generally men in sports world as the biggest part of the problem, rattling off facts and numbers to show where the interest in women's sports really is. Guys, I actually listened to this clip right here. Stephen A. Smith didn't really say much about himself. I don't know what they were mentioning here or listening to here in this article, but Stephen A. really didn't say much about himself. He was mainly pointing out how Draymond Green was actually pretty dumb and ignorant when it comes to this point. But this is essentially what Stephen A. Smith said. He says, as Smith notes, even during the pandemic, when sports TV ratings as a whole have dropped, women's sports, and particularly the WNBA, have seen them jump. Really? I mean, okay, so you had 10 people watching the WNBA, so now you got 11. Congratulations, that is a major jump then. But I'll say this, man. I doubt if many of you guys can even name many players in the WNBA. I doubt if Stephen A. Smith can name many players in the WNBA. But it goes on here. He says he notes that all of us who are men in the sports space have a responsibility to step up and be advocates, not just passive observers, in bringing women's sports more to the forefront. He points out how ESPN holds fault as well, noting that they were more likely to show women's sports highlights for games where Kobe Bryant was in attendance, and that he likewise needs to do better in shining light on women's sports with a massive platform. Here's the thing, man. Stephen A. Smith on First Take, when he's on there with Max Kellerman, when he's on was on there with Skip Bayless, I never heard one segment where they talked about the WNBA. Never. Stephen A. Smith is 52 years old? This is a virtue signal, nothing more, because I can guarantee you guys, when it comes to ESPN First Take, I highly doubt that they will actually cover a WNBA game, because they know that the interest is not there. When we actually talk about these sports debate shows, none of them talk about the WNBA. First Things First doesn't do it. Skip and Shannon don't do it. ESPN doesn't do it. Think of this, man. When you're in the media, man, it's all about ratings. Ratings. The WNBA doesn't move the needle. Stephen A. Smith has never, ever talked about Megan Rapinoe and women's soccer. He never has, folks, and I doubt if he ever will. He will never talk about Megan Rapinoe. He's just caught up in the moment here where everything and everybody needs to be woke. So this is a virtue signal from one Stephen A. Smith. And for him to put Draymond Green on blast like this, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous, man. Stephen A. Smith, man, I had a lot of respect for this guy, man, but I never thought I would actually see him virtue signal like this. He knows that nobody cares about the WNBA, and the women themselves, they do need to actually, try to do things to grow their sport. But yet time and time again, they just want to show you how woke they are when it comes to social justice stuff. And that alienates fans. They're not going to get people to watch their sport by going in and diving into social justice. It just will not work. Never has and never will. Stephen A. Smith should actually know this, man. The reason why the NBA ratings were down is because of social justice stuff. But when you're so low like the WNBA, I guess you can only go up by one single fan. By one fan. Stephen A. Smith, I highly doubt that he watches the WNBA on a consistent basis. I doubt if he does. You know why? Because he never talks about it on First Take. He never, ever does. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? This is a new low for Stephen A. Smith, man. A virtue signal, calling out Draymond Green, tying ESPN into it. And he really didn't talk about himself. This was more geared towards Draymond Green and trying to virtue signal for Megan Rapinoe and the other woke athletes out there. Anyway, guys, make sure you go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com. Get a membership today, man. I'm pretty sure me and Rhodes hopefully got his computer issues fixed. We can actually get back to making private videos over there on the website. So much fun, man. We're getting some really, really good support early in the game. Website's only been up for like a little over a week now. So sign up today, get a membership, guys, and let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.